It would have crashed against a planet of its destroyer god. A strong tremor would have shaken the whole planet. This would have made the great part of the ground of the planet would be completely broken. The destroyer god that was in a deep sleep would have woken up automatically. What is going on? Why so much commotion? Perhaps one can no longer sleep without being disturbed. Whis, if you did something to wake me up, I'll be very upset. The god would have gone outside with his eyes full of sleep, but when he came out to see what was going on, his expression would have changed from sleepy to very scared. But what the hell is going on here? Whis, what happened to you? Who did this to you? Why are you so hurt? In all the years you have been my angel, I have never seen you so hurt. Mr. Beerus, there is no time for explanations. I need you and a child to leave the planet quickly. But what child are you talking about? I'm not going to leave you alone now. You have been my companion for a long time. Why should I abandon you now? But Mr. Beerus, you don't know the power that this guy has. I'm telling you for your own good. Get out of here and take the child with you. The god, although he was worried, was a little confused since the angel kept mentioning a child. Meanwhile, Goku, who was asleep, would wake up because of the tremor of a moment ago. As soon as he woke up, his senses were activated, so he could feel the energy of that being. It is the first time I feel something like this. Maybe something happened to my master. Goku, without thinking, would have gone outside to find the terrible surprise. With tears in his eyes, he would have ran to the injured body of his master. Master, what happened to you? Don't tell me that that person I just felt hurt you. Don't worry about me, my boy. Get out of here with Mr. Beerus. He will take you to a safe place. Master, but you are like a father to me. How can you tell me to just leave like that? You have raised me since I was a child. In the sky, you could see the figure of the being. He was just laughing non-stop. But look what we have here. The whole family is together crying for a poor angel. They are really pathetic. I'll give them good news. I'll let the child live, but in exchange, you two will give me your lives. Beerus, fed up with what the guy was saying, would stand up. You're a bastard. How dare you do this to Whis? The god would have increased his power a lot. In his body, you could see a lot of Hakai energy. It has been a long time since someone made me so angry. You are the one who will pay with his life. The god would create a ball of Hakai energy, thus enclosing the subject in it. But the subject, as if it were paper, would have quickly gotten out of there. Beerus, despite seeing how easy it was to get rid of his attack, would throw himself against him, thus giving him blows and kicks with great force. But the subject did not even flinch. Suddenly, the god with all his strength would shout, Hakai! But in spite of that, Latios continued as if nothing. His body was still there without disappearing. This can't be true. He is still as if nothing after using the Hakai against him? Maybe he is at another level. Where does so much power come from? But it doesn't matter. I have to eliminate him anyway. Rage of the Rising God! The ability that the god used could only be used when your body was really angry. The angrier the subject, the more angry his power increases more and more. The god with his claws would create a claw of Hakai energy, but the one-handed subject would deflect it, thus splitting several planets in two. God, you are an idiot. No matter how much more you raise your power, you could never beat me. Understand, between a god and a being like me, there is a lot of difference. Shut your mouth, I don't care. The god, seeing that his attack did not work, began to hit the guy again, and with his tail he began to squeeze his neck. But despite all this, the guy was still standing there. Since you attacked me, I have hardly made a single move. Let me show you the difference between us. Latios would have grabbed the god's tail and then whipped him against the planet. Each blow he made with the god created large craters. The god, while being hit, spat more and more blood. His ability would have completely vanished, and his Hakai power would stop flowing in his body. I haven't even used any ability, and you are already in such a pitiful state. Surely this universe should change gods, because how is it possible that someone as weak as you is a god? It is better that you leave this world. See you soon, god. Latios would charge energy in his hand, but before he could do anything, Goku would have shouted loudly, "Stop at once! Don't hurt my master's friend. When Latios heard that, he turned his gaze towards Goku. What's the matter, kid? Can't you see I'm busy? I don't care. Leave him alone. Don't mess with him, and don't mess with my master. You're serious. But if you look like you're going to cry again, why don't you go and tell your mom to help you? Goku would start to clench his fists. Blood would start to come out of them. Small rays would start to come out of them. The sky would split in two and then become dark. The rays would not stop falling. A scream would shake the place. Goku's hair would change to a white tone, while his eyes would have turned yellow. Now, if you're going to pay for all this, Goku would start to walk slowly. Latios would be surprised to see such a change. At such a young age, he could activate such power. This is impressive. Child, my fight is not with you. It's only with them, so get out of here. Goku, without saying anything, would use his yellow eyes again. Latios, despite being a being of light, did not know what those yellow eyes were, so he would have accidentally looked at them. I order you to stay still, Goku would say angrily. Latios at that moment saw huge yellow eyes, while a great pressure fell on his body. What's wrong? I can't be able to move. Did this kid just do it with the power of those strange eyes? Goku, seeing that Latios was in trouble thanks to him, he would throw a strong blow charged with his new divine energy, but Latios, seeing this, would use his mental power to try to stop Goku's attack. But even though the mental power of Latios left Goku's fist immobile, Goku did not stop and continued his attack with determination. As his fist came closer and closer to Latios, a supernatural force seemed to envelop the place. The wind began to blow with intensity, the leaves on the trees rustled, and the sounds of nature faded away. Latios, seeing if that blow touched him could leave him somewhat injured, released some of his divine energy to counteract the blow. A barrier of divine energy formed around him, trying to repel Goku's attack. The collision between Goku's divine energy and Latios' mental power, along with his divine shield, creating a flashing explosion. The blast was so intense that the ground shook and the sky lit up with a dazzling light. The entire planet seemed to be engulfed in a titanic battle of supernatural forces. But Latios' barrier stood firm, defying Goku's onslaught. You think your new power is going to defeat me? I've been on this path for many years to be the strongest. A simple child can't be able to hurt me. But despite the words of Latios, Goku's fury was much greater. Without realizing it, he would make Latios look into his eyes again, so Latios would stop using his mental power. The shield would break completely, thus impacting a strong blow in the stomach of Latios. The guy would fly away from there, thus crashing into the house of Mr. Beerus. Unlike the other times, Latios' wounds did not heal so quickly. Damn, how that kid is so strong. Smoke comes out of my body, but my wounds take a long time to heal. I thought this would be an easy battle, but I didn't think that kid had so much power. If I lose to the kid, my daughter will be left alone. I can't do that. She only has me. Goku, seeing that Latios was hurt, he would throw himself again against him, thus giving him several blows. Latios only covered himself with his hands. Goku continued attacking Latios with a series of fast and powerful blows. Goku's blows kept hitting Latios' body, weakening him more and more. Despite his stamina, Latios could not match Goku's brute strength and divine power in his new state. The air was filled with unleashed energy, and the ground shook with every blow. If this keeps up, the boy will end my life. Latios would increase much of his power, thus causing Goku to retreat momentarily. Goku would nevertheless launch a powerful energy attack, but Latios was barely able to dodge it. Goku, seeing that his powerful attack was dodged, would have used the same ability of Whis, thus creating a portal to send away that power, so it would not hurt innocents. Whis, while watching the fight, said to himself, "This boy, despite seeing my ability once, he was able to copy it. How impressive. I can't believe you would go this far just to protect me. The master asked me to let you live, but you have been a very insolent person. With this attack, it's all over for you. Final judgment." Goku's soul would have been detached from his body, thus sending his body to the beyond, the place of the dead. The omnipotent being would be very surprised. That bastard. I only asked him to eliminate the angel. Clearly, I only asked him to do that. Why the hell did he eliminate the child? I will not forgive him for this. The power of the being was increasing. The palace where he was began to collapse. At that moment, a servant would have arrived. Sir, please calm down. At this time, do not ask me to calm down. In one move, that servant was eliminated, and that servant had the same power as Latios. Meanwhile, in the beyond, where am I? What happened to me? So you have died twice, child. You were blessed with omnipotent power, but you have already died more than twice? According to the celestial rules, you can no longer be revived. You will have to stay here, and to think that you are so young. No doubt you had a great future. I don't know what you're talking about, but I need to go back to save my master. He is the only person I have. I can't let anything happen to him. Child, I see that you do not understand. I am the god of the dead. Your destiny now belongs to me, unlike mortals. All gods and angels fall here. So, if you are known as the god of death, I will have to finish you off in order to return and avenge my master. Let's see if you can make it.